Today's episode is going to be about foundation. Oh, oh my god! So this is what I look like with the lily lashes. And it's blurry. I don't really like it. So my face is already prepped. I cleaned it, I moisturized it and everything. I'm going to get my magical headband. I'll be right back. There we go. I haven't done makeup in so long, so we'll see how this goes. Today's episode is going to be about foundation. How to put it on, how to set it. Now, this technique might not work for you, depending on your skin type and your needs. I prefer a dewy skin look. I will be using foundation that will help with the dewy look instead of drying me out and having a matte look. I'm going to be using the Tarte Double Duty Beauty. It is a hydrating foundation, and I also have the Shape Tape concealer that I'll be using as well, and I'll be using a beauty blender to be blending that in. One way that you can use your foundation to help with the dewiness is you can put a oil, like jojoba oil, in your foundation, but I am not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to put this. I put it on the back of my hand, maybe like a few pumps. And then if I need more, I'll just go back in and grab some more. I'm going to be using this little brush from It Cosmetics. This brush is called the Airbrush Concealer Brush. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, but whatever. I'm going to take my mirror. I'm just going to start on my forehead and tap it in. When you have dry skin and you're putting on foundation, you don't want to rub it in because that can lift up the skin, the dry skin. So then I'm going to go in and tap that in. I don't want it to dry super fast, so I'm going to work in smaller sections. I don't remember how fast this makeup dries, but we will find out. And then I'm not going to get underneath my eye area because I conceal over there. So I'm just going to work around it, tapping the foundation in, especially around the nose area. That's where I have it worse. So I decided to do the basics of makeup because of my little brother. He is 12, no, sorry, he's 13 now, and he loves doing makeup. We grew up together, and he grew up seeing me do makeup, and now he's getting into makeup and he wants to do drag. So, Cisco. So, I am doing these videos to help anybody of the sort to start makeup, whether you're a guy or a girl, and hopefully my videos help. That is the goal. And around my neck, I just kind of buff it out. I'm not as careful on my neck and my face. And now I'm going to be going in with the shape tape. Sorry, I always get it mixed up. And I'm just going to tap it on my eyes. I don't need very much. Kind of seems like a lot, huh? And then I'm just going to blend it out. So I found out the trick with putting on concealer around the eye area is if you want your eyes to go up and look sharp, or your face structure that is, you want to just put it up on the top of your eye bone, and you don't want to put that triangle, because that triangle you put down here with your concealer, it will drag the color of your face down. Instead of lifting it up, it'll seem further down, if that makes sense. Depending on your face shape, this might work for you very well. It also might not work for you at all. And then wherever else you want to highlight, go ahead and highlight there with your concealer. I'm just going to do a little dot on my chin and my forehead. That's a dewy sister. So next I'm going to be using the Dream Wonder by Maybelline powder. It is in the color 10 Porcelain. The color I was using for the tape, Shape Tape, was fair beige in the foundation and then fair in the concealer. So for this, I'm just going to be taking a flat brush. It's from It Cosmetics again. And I'm just going to put it in places where I want to be matte. So the first place I'm going to put on my chin, my upper lip, I'm going to put it around my cheek, my neck. Now this powder is a little bit darker than the foundation, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to go around the cheek, up around the eye, but I'm going to leave where I'm going to highlight dewy. And then I'm going to do kind of like a triangle up on my head, my forehead. And then I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, around my nose. And I'm going to pat out the concealer in my eye because sometimes it can crease. And then I'm just going to go in like that. And you can do the same thing for the bottom. I'm going to use a smaller brush. That is the powder. When you do powder, you do only want to tap it in. You don't want to drag it, because then again, if you do have dry skin, dragging it will make the dry skin come up and it will look flaky. You just want to press it into the foundation, wherever you want it to be. Now I'm going to do, for bronzer, I use Mary Kay bronzer. If I can find it. I hope you enjoy my tag, my Disney tag. I'm just going to tuck it under so you can't see it. Okay. So for my face shape, I like to accentuate my jawline and my cheeks. I don't really do that much with my forehead, so I'm going to take a small fluffy brush. So this brush could typically just be used on your eyelids to diffuse that eyeshadow. So you can use that for that. I'm just going to use it to contour just so I can be super precise. Now, the color that I'm going to go in with Mary Kay is this brown shade right here. It is in the color Bronzed Sand. And I'm just going to tap it in. And I'm going to follow from the top of my ear and swing it up to my nose. Once I get past the curve of my face, I'm going to swing it up. And I'm just going to diffuse it. I'm going to diffuse it down so that it looks like a shadow. Does that look good? I feel like that doesn't look good. Okay, so after some technical difficulties, my camera card filled up all the way, so I had to export it onto my terabyte. So where were we? Doing blush, I think, or bronzer. So let's see how it looks. I'm going to use this brush. This brush is from BH Cosmetics. It's just a contour brush, I guess. I'm going to be using the color Burnished Bronze by Mary Kay. And I'm just going to flick it upwards where I already have. Oh, I was gonna. Oh my god! Oh. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay, but we're gonna have to work with it. So I'm taking a big brush and I'm just going to diffuse it as best I can, I guess. Because I'm not gonna take it off and start over.
5 minutes later.
Good enough, I guess. Now I have to do the same thing with the other side. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just pat on my jawline so that there is no bronzer or blush going down my jaw. So I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to go on my jawline and just blend it out, circular motions. And I'm gonna take a big brush and diffuse it. So I always try to put it on my jaw, bronzer on my jaw, because I want a snatched jaw. I have a very oval face, I guess you could say, and my jawline isn't very pronounced. So that's one thing that I try to fake with makeup is a jawline.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. You want to make yourself comfortable on the bed?
Yeah.
How does it look so far?
Let me get him. Looks good.
For my forehead, I don't like to do very much to it, so I just take a little bit of the bronzer and I just flick it up all around the top of my head and blend it out.
You're like so many makeup artists that just like take a scoop of their bronzer and just slather it on their forehead.
I know. I mean, I'm very pale, so a little goes a long way.
Mm. Well, we're the same then.
So this is my base after bronzer. I don't typically do blush because my face does get red during the day. I'm going to put highlighter on. So what do you say?
Nothing.
I like to use the Cool Lab highlighting palette, and I think it might be from Sally's Beauty, I'm not sure. But I just like to use it because I like the pink shade and the blue shade. So, what color do you think I should do today? Pink or blue?
Maybe pink, since the clouds are out. Give yourself a nice little sunlight glow.
Sun glow. I just do it on the very top where I put the concealer. And then a trick from Rihanna actually is you put it at your like the bottom part of your eyebrow, our eyebrow bone, and you connect it to the cheekbone.
You make yourself a C.
Yeah, something like that. And then you can put some on top of your eyebrows just for extra pop of shimmer. Depending if you have a big forehead or not, I wouldn't do this if you did. if you do use a lot of bronzer on top, because the highlighter does make the area look larger. So I don't put it on my nose either because I don't want my nose to look larger. I'm gonna put it at the top of my lid.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes, thank you, peanut gallery.
Rude.
And then I like to put a little bit on the corner of my jawline just to make it look like it's there, because I said that I have a problem with my jawline. I wish it was a little more pronounced, so I accentuate it by using highlighter. My nose, I forgot to contour my nose.
I like these two.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes.
So for my nose contour, I'm going to be using the Mary Kay Nutmeg Blush. It's blush slash bronzer. And how I contour my nose is completely based off of my nose. So you can follow this if you think your nose looks like mine, or you can experiment and see what looks best on you. Yep. Start with a little bit because you don't want very much. I start where my nostril kind of ends and curves up, and I go up. I try to stay on top of my nose. That will make it look thinner compared to if you were to just go to the side. And then I'll take a clean brush and diffuse it. And then I'll do the same thing with the other side. My nose looks pink. That's what happens when you use blush.
Oh yeah, you know, funny story.
What?
So I was using one of those brushes that I gave you, and I'd forgotten that I had used red eyeshadow the other day, and it was still on there.
Oh my gosh.
And so my nose contour was red. And I just wiped the thing off and gave up.
I've done that before.
Haven't we all?
And then I take my beauty blender and I pat it and diffuse it a little bit more. So the point of bronzer is to make the space you put it in look contoured, so it looks smaller. Highlighter goes on the top of your cheekbones and your eyes. Put it on your nose if you want your nose to look larger. Yeah, that's about it. So this is the base. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to finish doing like my brows and lashes. I'm going to do like a simple, you know, brow and lash foundation kind of look. Stay tuned.
Okay, what the f***?
Okay, so for the brows, I really need to pluck my brows. My next video is going to be about how I pluck my brows, so watch for that one. And then also putting on lashes. Lashes is a big one. Okay. Lily lashes are not for my face.
You could fly away.
They look huge.
They look tiny on my face.
That's crazy.
Ooh, no. Well, up close and personal.
I look so bad. Okay, so this is what I look like with the Lily lashes. And it's blurry. I don't really like it. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want to support the channel and the series. I will be posting more videos like this one and more. Cisco. Come here. Come here.